So basically, this guy just doesn't want to shut up. He's just like keeps putting his foot where his mouth is, and he keeps shitting where he eats. Basically, right now he's like literally blaming gamers for the game's bad performance. Like, it's not because the game has bad performance; it's because gamers are stupid. And he is the smartest man alive, and what have you. This is just, and now he's like saying like code your own engine and we'll be your own customer. Like, he's literally saying if you cannot code your own engine, you shouldn't be saying that the game does not have a bad performance. Right. That's what he literally. So for example, if you see your dad or mom sick, you cannot say sick if you're not a doctor. If you cannot tell that the car is broken, even if you see like half of the car is gone, if you're not a mechanic. Basically, this guy, this is what he's saying. Like, he just cannot shut. He's unstoppable at this point. This guy is unstoppable. So today we're gonna be testing Borderlands 4 on the RTX 4090. I was gonna be doing like the 9060 XT from AMD, but I was like, why do a GPU that I already did? And why not do a new GPU but use the hardware unboxed optimized settings? But before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna use the game at its maximum settings, of course, to see where I am gonna be getting in terms of performance. So this GPU is a fucking high-end GPU, so it should be using badass settings on 4K without any DLSS. So we're gonna see what's the difference between these settings on native before I turn on any upscale or anything like that, and then see what's the hardware unboxed optimized settings in quality mode. Their quality optimized settings get us in terms of performance. So as you can see right now, it's badass, and it's no DLSS. Yes, apply changes, no DLSS, as you can see, no frame generation, and it's on 4K. So let's just roam around without any. I don't have any ammo, man. I have to keep looking for ammo. I have shotgun ammo. I don't even have a shotgun. I need other type of ammo. As you can see right now in this, not beginning of the, I don't want to spoil anything, so that's why I have like 2 accounts playing this game, because I do like family share, and this is my second account because I do actually play the game. I like the game, I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Randy Pitchford. I do like the game. It's just the performance is trash. Like this shit. The performance is like this. It's toilet shit. And as you can see right now, even in confined areas, the performance does not really increase that much. It's like from like 31 to like 34 FPS. And as you can see, let me just zoom in. Like, look at this frame time graph. Just look at this frame time graph. It's like all spiky. Everything you do is gonna spike up the frame time graph for no fucking reason. So, and yeah, this is how it runs without. This is an open area. This has like minimal NPCs. These are considered NPCs. So the AI is minimal. So that's why you see the CPU is not 100% utilization, because this is a 9950X3D, not a 98X3D. This is a 9950X3D, so 16 core CPU. But with the 2700X that I tried before, it was maximized all the time. There was no moments of the time that it was not maximized. So yeah, as you can see, this is how it runs on the max settings. So let's see how hardware unboxed settings. I'm gonna keep it on this spot right here and see. I have like 36 FPS right now, and then put the hardware unboxed optimized settings and see what performance I'm gonna get. Okay, as you can see right now, I applied the hardware unboxed settings. I think the image looks slightly different, but not too much, because it's still like a mix between high and very high and some medium there. And it boosted me from like 36 to now 49, 48. And the 1% lows are a bit better. So the 1% lows are higher than my average and current FPS of the badass settings, while not really losing too much image clarity and image quality. And it did drop VRAM from 12 point something to now 10.3, so it did drop like a little bit more than 2 gigabytes of VRAM while at it. No DLSS now, only hardware unboxed settings or optimized settings. As you can see, this is on 4K. I toggled on 4K right now, and let's see if I can go and fight those little monsters over there. Can I like shoot them from here? Oh, all right. As you can see, in like within like fighting distance, it's actually increased the FPS because I'm just looking down at them. I'm not looking like in front of me right here, because when I'm looking in front of me, because it's gonna become more demanding. When I look down like this, it becomes less demanding. That's why it's like 55 FPS. But yeah, I mean, the FPS is still like more of the same. It did actually boost the FPS without any, you know, DLSS or anything. But again, there is a compromise. It's not like boosting settings. It's not optimizing the game. It's just some optimized settings. So you are getting, you know, compromising quality for more FPS, because not everything is still on very high and not everything is still on badass. Some settings are actually on medium right now. Okay, so let's actually use DLSS. Let's use DLSS quality on these settings. This was like full resolution, which is DLAA, which has no impact. Again, DLAA has no impact to performance no more. It used to have that, like with DLSS version 1. Now it is like lossless. Okay, so let's try DLSS quality right now, and as you can see, I went from 40 something to now like 70, 69. Nice. So yeah, as you can see, like it did scale up with using DLSS, and it did actually scale up with dropping, you know, resolution and stuff. But the game is just using some technologies that it doesn't even fucking need. You know what I mean? It's just, why? You know, like, why would you like use nanite? Why would you use lumen for a game that's like a comic book style? You know what I mean? It's just stupid. It's not practical. It's not optimal to do that for a game that's like this.
Like you had a chance.
Okay, the VRAM dropped, the FPS dropped. I mean, the FPS increased. The power for the GPU also dropped, which is good to see, because I don't want my GPU to burn up. This is a 4090. I never had my 4090 burn up. I don't know. The Micro Center manager as well told me, like, nobody told me or like returned the card because it burned up. Everybody kept their own card and everybody's still happy with it. So those melting power things, they're few. They're, you know, they're just like less than 1%, I think, of the Nvidia cards. Okay, this guy is on my tail. All right, let's use DLSS performance. So Randy Pitchford said, code your own engine and it will be your customer, and then you can talk about the game not being optimized. You yourself, Mr. Randy, you yourself are not using your own engine. Why don't you code your own engine and then criticize the other people for saying that they need their own engine before they can talk about, you know, the game being badly optimized? So yeah, this is just one flaw of narcissistic people. They think they're the best, but they are totally, you know, in the wrong. I mean, this is a good game. I mean, I'm not telling like the game is not good. The game is actually fun, you know. That's why I'm just playing it, fighting these, you know, little monsters, and not actually, you know, doing the story in these videos, because I don't want to spoil anybody's, you know, game. I don't want to spoil nobody for the game, you know. Just this game is pretty much awesome, right? But the performance is just not there. You know, this game does not really use does not really need nanite. Why is it using nanite? It's a comic book looking. Why would you use nanite if you're not going for realism, right? Why would you use lumen, which is pretty fucking intensive, if you're not gonna, you know, just use like regular hardware ray tracing, man? Why lumen? Lumen is so fucking demanding. You know what I mean? It's just shit that's unfolding on itself. Okay, it's just like chocolate chip, but instead of chocolate, it's like shit. Cookie, right? It's a cookie. It's a cookie, but it's a shit cookie. It's not chocolate chip cookie. It's chocolate shit cookie. All right, so let's actually. Oh, now the FPS dropped below Basically now it's like where DLSS quality was before. So let's use frame generation right now with DLSS quality. Actually, not DLSS frame. I mean, not DLSS performance. Let's use frame generation. Where's frame generation? Is gonna be here. Let's on. Yeah, this GPU only has on or off. Does not have 2x, 4x, 3x. This is a 4090. So yeah. So frame generation boosts me to above 100 FPS, but I already had above 100 FPS when I was in this area right here that I'm pointing at with DLSS performance. But again, this is DLSS quality again, so it's not really the same. I shouldn't be comparing the two. So yeah, now the game is getting a little bit darker. I think it's gonna nightfall is gonna happen. Mangler. Too many of them right here. Too many of them. All right. Before we continue, right? Let's use frame generation with DLSS performance right now, right? Because DLSS performance is, you know, got me close to 100 FPS before without frame generation. So let's use it with DLSS performance. And as you can see, right now it's 140 FPS. This is what this GPU should have done in this style of game with just DLSS performance with no frame generation. Okay, this is what it should have done, but instead, where you going? Where you going, little monster? Where you going? This is what should have done just with DLSS performance. Okay, this type of game is not really it shouldn't be that demanding. Like for this style, this game looks awesome, right? It's not like it looks awful or something like that, but we achieved this type of style of art in like 2010, as I showed in like previous video. Like 2010, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions did exactly this, and it looks exactly the same as this game looks with the monsters and stuff like that. Cell shaded, you know, outlined kind of graphics in 2010. So why is it too demanding now? And also, I did a comparison with Borderlands 3 and Cyberpunk in the last video. Cyberpunk delivering 60 FPS on RT Ultra on a 3090 Ti without any basically it is using DLSS quality. I'm not gonna say without any upscaling, but without frame generation, and DLSS was on quality. It was not on like DLSS performance or anything. And Cyberpunk, which is like right now is the most realistic, you know, open world game ever, right? And yeah, this game is just sucks in terms of performance. All right, let's drop the resolution into 1440p. Oh, I have to do it from Windows settings. Okay, now it's 1440p. I'm gonna remove frame generation and DLSS upscaling. Let's go back to native resolution. Turn off ray tracing. I wish I could turn off ray tracing. Turn off frame generation. And oh, I did not save the settings. This game is so stupid that it does not really save the settings. And it went right to badass again. Like, what is wrong with this game? No, it's still okay. It's still in medium. It's still saying badass here. I was like, what the fuck is going on? The only thing that I have different from hardware unboxed settings is the lighting. This one I kept it on high. They suggest medium, but I kept it on high because medium is just, you know, lighting sucks at medium. So yeah, let me just turn off frame generation and not this, upscaling, and then apply, then leave. I can just leave. All right, as you can see now with optimized settings at 1440p, no frame generation, no upscaling, it's giving me exactly the same as DLSS quality was giving me before, which is pretty good. I mean, 1440p is what DLSS quality is targeting. On 4K, actually, when you use DLSS quality on 4K, it's targeting 1440p internally, and then just upscaling it with the tensor cores to get around the level of details of 4K. Actually, it looks better than 4K with DLSS 4 and FSR 4. They look better than 4K. and that's just a fact. If you hate upscaling, you're just stupid. You're just as stupid as Mr. Randy, or even like more stupider, because he actually believes in DLSS. Do I fight these guys? Do I want to go into the water? Now it's dropping to 69 again. It dropped to 69 FPS. Look at the guys running. These guys running or flying to. Oh, these guys, these are humans.
Can you hear the darkness
Do I need to fight them? Do we really need to fight? Can we have like a civilized conversation first? Then I'll start shooting. Oh, this guy is pushing me. Oh, you wanna push? You wanna push me? Alright. This guy was drawing on me. And this guy was attacking me as well. Like, why don't you attack? Oh. These half-humans. There's still a problem. They were a problem in Borderlands 1, and there's still a problem 4 games in the future. Alright, let's use upscaling actually. Let's use DLSS Quality right now with 1440p and apply it, then leave again, because this game's somewhat stupid. It doesn't really just apply automatically. Like other games that use Unreal Engine 5, Silent Hill, Chronos, Ring the Bell, Mr. Randy, those games. Oh, this guy is a little bit big, huh? They're bringing a giant from the Norse mythology to fight me, a short human. Why are these guys so hard to fucking kill? I never knew that humans were like this hard to kill. Die. Please. Alright. As you can see right now, it's using 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And let me reset the 100% lows. They still dropped for some reason. Yeah, this game just has bad... You see, this is what I'm saying. Like, the game has bad performance. Like, the 1% lows, you cannot go around that. You can't go around bad 100% lows. You cannot just like drop settings and like wait for the 1% lows to be better. They're just not gonna be better. They're just gonna be like, if they're shit, they're gonna stay shit. I can still hear him. Like, why is he still talking? Why are you still talking, dead human? Oh, there's another one. Yep, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right, let's use a more aggressive upscaling with DLSS Performance, which is, you know, I don't really advise DLSS Performance on 1440p. DLSS balance is better, but again, with DLSS 4 and FSR 4, 1440p, DLSS Performance, FSR 4 Performance, pretty good. Let's go back to the game. And the reload animation is just like taking too long. That's why I hate... I need to upgrade these guns to hold more ammo per clip. Per magazine. What is that? I'm gonna take it. Caffeinated syringe. Alright. No more big people. Only you. Only you, small humans. Are these children? Are these children? Nope, they are not. They're just short people. Alright. As you can see with DLSS Performance, it actually, you know, above 100 FPS, 1440p. Again, this is what it should have done with, you know, 4K DLSS Quality. At best. You know? Not DLSS Performance, not 1440p. 4K DLSS Quality, it should have been 100 FPS. That is it. That's just a fact. But Mr. Randy cannot accept that. Can I punch this guy? Alright. Okay, let's use frame generation 2x with DLSS Quality. Apply it. Put it right here in DLSS, OBS overlay. And as you can see, actually, the image looks way more fluid with DLSS frame generation. I'm not gonna... That's why I always turn on frame generation. but it shouldn't be this way. You know what I mean? It's just like it shouldn't be that this game needs frame generation. The game shouldn't need it. Like Alan Wake, for Christ's sake. Oh, this is a good fucking gun. I like it. This is a knife that I really don't want to use. You shouldn't really be bringing knives to gunfight. But yeah, let's drop to the water. Like I had 160 FPS. How about in the water? Looking down like this, so the water does not really affect the performance at all in this game. And because this game is just cell shaded, it's a cartoony game. It shouldn't really affect the performance that much. But hey, who's gonna tell Mr. Randy that this game is trash and he can accept it? Probably the Queen of England, like, or the King of England right now. That's I forgot that. Queen passed. Alright, let's use frame generation with DLSS Performance this time and see if it's gonna get me above 200 FPS. Like, again, with the 3090, right? No upscaling with the 3090 Ti actually, not just the regular 3090, but yeah, again, like 5% between those two GPUs in terms of performance. With the 3090 Ti, what just happened? Did I not enable DLSS Performance? I did enable DLSS Performance, and it's still trash. And it's still the same amount of FPS that I had, and the GPU did not really drop utilization. Albeit it was like 160s instead of 170s all the time, but hey, it should be better. And don't take really the 1% lows with frame generation in effect, because those 1% lows are misleading. Okay, the game does have bad 1% lows. That's just a fact. But yeah, and these seem like when I had like 160, it's still 160. What is going on? I don't know. Frame generation is on. DLSS quality is off. Now it's like DLSS Performance, and it's still same of like the same thing. As I was saying, the Borderlands 3 RTX 3090 Ti, 200 FPS. Without upscaling on badass settings. That's just, and it looks exactly the same as this game. There's no difference in visual fidelity, no difference in lighting, lumen or not, no difference in, you know, the map, night or not. So no difference in shadows, virtual shadows or not. So yeah, this game just sucks ass in terms of performance. And there's no hiding it. Okay, now we set the game to 1080p, not 4K, 1080p, and disable frame generation and DLSS quality from overlay, because I already disabled them from here. As you can see, still same settings, still same between medium and high, and very high and badass settings. So yeah, let's go back to the game. Let's make this overlay a little bit smaller. And let's reset the 1% lows. As you can see, it's 100 FPS on 1080p. Without any upscaling on these hardware unboxed settings, which is, again, like, I'm gonna leave the link for the settings, but again, you shouldn't really, the game should be optimized. Not, you shouldn't really drop settings for the games to be playable at some like a high-end GPU or like high-end system. You shouldn't need to do that. Like Alan Wake, for Christ's sake, Alan Wake has path tracing, right? And you don't actually need to max out the game to play the game, because the game actually looks fucking beautiful, and it actually performs pretty good in like 4090 and 5090, which is, they are a like path tracing GPUs. So yeah, this game being like this is just left Alan Wake nothing to say. Oh, these animals are fighting these flying creatures. Not these even. These guys don't finish. Like, I kill two, another two show up. Can I go inside this cave? Nope. Oh, this guy is following. Okay, let's use DLSS Quality. And this is the maximum DLSS that I'm gonna be using with the 1440p. And I'm gonna use frame generation as well, so... yeah, DLSS Quality in terms of performance, what is it gonna get me? Well, I already had 100 FPS, so... yeah. it didn't really get me far. 113, 120 right now. Like, I already had 100 FPS. So it didn't really get me that far. It was a jump, but it wasn't a jump that I wanted. Dropping like 33% of the resolution. Okay. 33%. So this is like 65% or 67% of the resolution. And still only gaining like 10% of performance. Like, what the fuck? You should be getting exactly the same amount of resolution you're dropping. Like most games.
Look up there! Flying rippers!
The stars, my destiny.
Where?
Splat it again! Keep trying, tweeds!
Where are the flying rippers? I couldn't see them. I was looking at the sky, seeing nothing. Alright. Let's use frame generation right now because DLSS quality is just depressing. It's not really giving me the kind of performance that and the GPU is 100%. As you can see, limited by the GPU, so it's not the GPU's fault. The GPU is powerful enough to do DLSS quality. And now with frame generation is 190 FPS, still not piercing that 200 FPS veil. But hey, this is how you know that the game is not optimized. Optimized settings or not, the game itself needs optimization. Like a 1080p with dropping settings, and I can still not like get more than 100 FPS without DLSS. Come on. Well, I had 100 FPS before, but even with DLSS, it only like gave me like 15 more FPS. At best, like it was like sometimes 23, sometimes like 15, sometimes only like 11 FPS. This is just, you know, not good performance at all. Where's the big guy? The alpha. What did he call? Like senior mangler? No, the mangler. Juvenile. Also, the juveniles are easy. The senior is a little bit harder. The mangler regular is like, it's regular in terms of medium of difficulty. But I need the alpha. I need to kill the alpha so I can prove that I am the alpha. These are like exactly like Apex Legends prowlers. And I know that Apex Legends copied this game in everything. Like even Octane looks just like those Reapers. Everything like Fuse looks like the mustache guy from Borderlands 2. So everything is just like this game basically. Apex Legends is based on this game and Titanfall. So yeah, as you can see, it's this is the kind of performance that you get with a 4090 with the optimized settings. So right now, so let's do some stupid resolutions and go for 6K. Actually, before we go, just want to say that we did pierce the 200 FPS by like 3 FPS right now. And now that I am recording, it gone away for some reason, and then it comes back and goes away. So we did actually pierce the 200 FPS mark. Okay, now let's have some fun. And as you can see, that overlay became a little too small. And yeah, this is 6K, by the way. And let's go and actually keep DLSS. Turn off frame generation for now. Apply. I'm just gonna try DLSS quality. And as you can see, it's 42 FPS. The 1% lows are close enough. And it looks so much fucking sharper, man. It looks so fucking good. This game, because it's like a cartoony manga kind of comic book style. 6K looks so good. And because the game is actually beautiful, you know, aside from the performance issues that it has, the game is actually, you know, a kind of beautiful game with its own unique style, with its own original ideas. But then again, the performance is trash. The VRAM right now is 12 gigabytes. This is the same amount of VRAM used by like 4K on max settings. But now on 6K with the hardware unboxed settings. Sniper ammo. I don't even have a sniper. Okay, let's use DLSS Performance and make this quick. This is some absurd fun, you know, things to try, but not really realistic things to do. I was gonna say like look at the frame time, but this is again 6K. Like the frame time is trash, 6K or not. I think the game's just gonna crash. Yeah, the game is the game's gonna crash. As I was saying, DLSS Performance is still not giving me 60 FPS before it crashed. But again, this is 6K. This is not the fault of the game being, you know, not unoptimized. This is just me using a ridiculous fucking resolution that shouldn't be actually really used. I'm not gonna follow that claptrap. Why is this monster following me? What do you want, buddy? What do you want? Why are you running around? Like right here, like at this exact spot, it always stutters, 6K or not. It's stuttering for some reason. When I was shooting, it was stuttering. Yeah, I noticed that with the 2070 Super and it was stuttering mess. This is the first time I noticed it with this GPU, though. Like so. But yeah, I didn't really go to that place when I started the video. I just went to it right now. So yeah, this is how it runs with DLSS Performance on 6K. Let's try frame generation then. Let's put on frame generation on DLSS Performance. Still exactly the same settings. Even if it crashed, it's not gonna drop, you know, those settings and go to default. So let's go and use frame generation. As you can see, it was like 50 FPS. Now it's 70 FPS, and it's not a good experience actually because it's
As freaking if.
yeah, it's not a good experience. I can actually tell the difference between. This is not like Chronos with its frame generation. Even if you're like below 60 FPS, I swear you cannot tell the difference between frame generation or not. But in this game, I could definitely tell. And again, like this is 6K. That's why it was like below. Like even if even if it's not 6K, if you use like the game's original settings without, you know, using the hardware Unboxed optimized settings, you will feel, because it's gonna be like 40, like 30 FPS, you will feel those frame generation, input lag, latency penalties. All right, so let's change it up to 8K then. Okay, right now 8K. I'm gonna keep it a DLSS Performance. I turned off frame generation, and yeah, let's go back to the game. As you can see, DLSS Performance in 8K only good for, you know, 30 FPS, because again, this is like a ridiculous solution. 8K shouldn't be a thing, you know. It should be forbidden to play 8K. Like it should be like godly forbidden to play 8K. Every game should be yeah, you should never go to 8K resolution, even like in the future. Like 4K is still like very sharp. All right, you don't really need 8K. As I was saying before it crashed, the game, even if you don't have if you don't, you know, play 6K or 8K, if you have less than 60 FPS, if you don't have 60 FPS and you use frame generation in this game, you are gonna feel the input latency. You are gonna feel those penalties no matter what. Okay, so yeah, right now let's go and use frame generation and see how much I can aim with frame generation at 30 FPS. Let's see me just like get mangled by these manglers. I swear to you, I'm not faking this. I fucking cannot aim. It's the delay from like 30 FPS. This is... I didn't see this with Chronos. Chronos was fucking responsive. And as you can see, I'm trying to compensate for that delay by, you know, predicting where the animal's gonna be. I'm like AI, right? Right now, I'm like AI. Okay, I just predict... Like, I have branch prediction. I just predict where the mangler is gonna be, and then I just aim that way. Or like try to aim that way before they go, so that the penalty is gone. Out of frame generation 50 FPS, man. With frame generation. Like Chronos with its real-time hardware ray tracing gave me more than 50 FPS with frame generation on 8K using DLSS Performance. Alright? That game is realistic as shit. That game, well, the monsters are not realistic. The whole, you know, idea of the game is not realistic, but it's realistic looking. right? Even Cyberpunk on 8K gives you more than this performance if you use DLSS performance and frame generation. But hey, no, the game is optimized. You gamers are not premium. You have to be premium gamers to play this game. All right, folks. I'm just gonna leave it here, like for this. I'm gonna try the 3060 Ti, I think, next, and hope for the best. You know, with hardware unboxed settings, it did actually give boost me from like 36 native settings to like 48, 49 on hardware unboxed optimized settings. So that was like 60% uplift, like around like 50 something or 60 something. So yeah, the game is not optimized. I mean, if you want to play, if you like have to play it because it's a fun game. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a fun game. So I wonder like how much 2 DRMs are affecting the performance as well, because 2 DRMs again, like really, like why the fuck would you need like 2 DRMs, like de novo and like I don't know what, the spyware or something, the other one. Why do you need 2 DRMs to protect one game? Like that's just stupid. So yeah, if you watch until now, like thank you at a minimum, and subscribe. Let's discuss this hot mess in the comments. How do you think about what do you think about hardware unboxed optimized settings? I'm gonna leave a link below for them, and yeah, like the video if you like it, if you found it helpful or entertaining, and dislike it if you dislike it. So let's see you in the next video. Ciao.